Hello, my name is Michael Sylvester and this is Eric Tsai, and we're here at Bicycle Fitting Services in Portland, Oregon. We're here to talk about bicycle fitting and this new bike from Fischer that is designed to help have a little bit better fit. The goal of the fitting process is to make Eric more comfortable, help him ride longer, and enjoy his bike more. By having also a bike that allows us to have more options of adjustability, it makes that process much easier. Looking at some of the landmarks on Eric, we're going to explain a little bit about some of the process of the fitting, things that we're looking for. So if we look at Eric's leg length here and his saddle height, we want a certain amount of bend in the knee here that allows his leg to be not hyperextended, allows the usage of the muscles to be at the right setting. And then we're looking for the pelvis here to be in a nice relationship with the rest of the spine. So there's not a big rounding here, it's just a nice gentle curve. We're looking at the midline of Eric's torso. We want this upper arm bone, the humerus, to be at about an 85 to 90 degree relationship. We want about a 20-degree bend at the elbow here so that he can use this as a shock absorber, and it allows the shoulders to stay down and back, opening up the space here in the lungs so that he has more breath. He can send that breath down to his legs. Not any hyperextension in the neck, creating a really nice position that allows him to ride strongly and for a long time. One of the most important parts of the fitting process is to identify Eric's flexibility, the alignment of his pelvis. So if we look at Eric and say we want to simulate tight hamstrings, we can watch what it does to the fit of the bike. As the hamstrings pull the pelvis backwards, they make the back round, they make the distance to the handlebars too far here. So if this is his alignment when he comes in for a fitting, I can't change his body. I can only change the bike. This bike, having a taller head tube, allows me to adjust the position with much greater ease. So I can lift the front of the bike up to make this alignment of his back in a more neutral position. And because of the taller head tube, that's much easier to do. So this bike's more versatile in the fitting process and gives us many more options to do the fittings with. This bike allows us to fit several different people. So if Eric wanted to be in a position that was more comfortable doing longer rides, we can adjust the stem angle and the stem height. And because the head tube is already taller, it gives us a better starting point. Many of the bikes that are produced have a lower head tube height, and the only direction you can go from there is up, so it makes it more difficult. This bike, having a taller head tube, gives us more options. We can make Eric in an aggressive position if he wants to do more racing, or we can have Eric be in a more neutral position for longer rides. To get Eric in a lower position, we have flipped the stem over and put the spacer underneath, allowing him to get in a more aggressive racing style position. In Eric's case, his pelvis and his back are in nice alignment, so he's lucky to have that flexibility. In a moment, we can change the bike, and we'll show you what Eric looks like in a more upright position if he wants to be more comfortable or do longer rides. Now we have taken Eric's stem and put a different angle on the stem and brought him up and allowed him to again get great alignment of the back and openness in the chest here, shoulders relaxing, and this will give him a position that's more comfortable if he wants to do a longer ride. He doesn't want to be in as much of an aggressive position. Or if someone who had a tighter pelvis and was more rotated backwards, this height, this ability to adjust, gives us that ability to align the back. So this particular bike, this design of frame, really helps us have more options in the fitting process.